Welcome back to the Hill Gardeners. So it's still kind of not quite spring yet here where we are. It's trying to be spring, but winter keeps trying to make another comeback. So we're not gardening yet, not planting anything yet, but we are starting to plan. We're looking around at what is here right now to see what we can keep and what we need to get rid of. So we don't want to immediately eliminate all of the plants that the former owner had in this garden because, you know, I would hate to think of somebody doing the same to my garden, but if it's invasive, we're going to remove it. We want as many natives as possible. We will keep some non-natives that the former owner planted as long as they're not invasive. But so far, this one that they've used back here is kind of erosion control. Unfortunately, this we have identified as an invasive plant. So this is something called creeping myrtle. It is a ground cover that comes from Asia and Europe. It's not native here, and it is in fact invasive, and we have seen it taking over roadsides in the area. So this whole area, this plant is going to have to go, and we're going to have to put something else there. So right now what we're thinking is we're going to start putting raised beds in this area, terracing it with raised beds, and have this as a vegetable garden area because it's close to the house. That's the kitchen right there. So we'll be easily able to come out and give it a quick watering, give it compost, and we'll be able to quickly, you know, pick some things. Like if we've got lettuce, herbs, and kale growing here, we can quickly pick it and bring it right into the kitchen for eating. So that's probably what's going to happen here is we'll get rid of this ground cover that's just not native, but we do need to make sure we shore up this area because it's a very steep slope here and we want to keep erosion under control. So probably a series of terraced raised beds intermixed with some native ground covers, but not this guy. It's going to have to go. They also, I think these are some kind of crocus maybe. Former owner had a lot of crocus plants here. That little bulb growing there, I'm sure is another non-native. And if it's invasive, it'll have to be removed. So that's the main one right now. We're hoping they have at least some plants that they planted that aren't invasive that we can keep as a testament to the previous owners of the house. I don't know what this little guy is going to end up being. We'll identify it eventually. But just don't plant invasives, guys. It's okay to not have all natives in your garden. Totally fine. But try not to plant invasives. I don't know what this guy is. Let's hope it's not, again, not invasive. More of some kind of crocus, I think. And I don't know. Hopefully we've got at least some natives here. We'll see. And over here along these fence rows, we're still waiting to see what's going to sprout. Again, some bulbs, probably something non-native that they planted. As long as it's not invasive, it can stay. If it's invasive, it's got to go. And what we will plant here, we'll probably do maybe some things like blueberry plants, blackberry plants, raspberry plants, gooseberry plants, but also amongst it, native wildflowers, like some coneflowers, some, I believe, bergamot is it that's native up here? Whatever other native plants we discover for this area, they'll be added here. And of course, we'll leave these old fence posts that are covered in these beautiful lichens because, of course, lichens are an important indicator of air quality. So the more lichens you have, the cleaner your air is. So there's good air quality out here as evidenced by all the lichens that are so happy and healthy. Many species of lichens out here. And yeah, we're excited to think of the possibilities of things we can plant here. So if anybody watching this channel is from the Northeast, and if you know your native plants, or at least plants that are not invasive and have recommendations for what else we should add out here, go ahead and drop it in the comments. We're open for suggestions. If you're in the area and have some plants to give away, let us know. Oh no, look at that, more creeping myrtle got out here. Oh boy, how are we gonna take care of that? And then there's some kind of rose on the property, and I'm really hoping that the rose is not the invasive multiflora rose. Oh, more creeping myrtle. We've got our work cut out for us. Okay, I might have to actually buy herbicide. That's too bad. But this is where we'll be gardening, and of course that field is going to be our wildflowers. We'll get a wildflower seed mix, and we'll be waiting to find out what other plants are here that are either invasive or not, whether we need to remove it or care for it. What are these? I don't know. Please, please don't be something invasive. All right, but no planting for now. The ground was frozen earlier this week, so it's still pretty cold here. We've got a lot of rain on the way this week, and I guess that's the whole April showers bring May flowers that they talk about. So we'll wait and see. Yesterday, our house in Lehi, that sale officially closed. It now belongs to a new family, and we wish them many, many years of happiness and joy in that garden. We hope that it will keep them well fed with delicious fruits and vegetables, that the native plants will attract beautiful birds and bees and butterflies for them to watch through the windows, and that they will just get so much joy out of it. As much as, or even, no, we want them to get even more joy out of that garden than we got out of it. And hopefully we will experience the same here on our new journey, rehabilitating this land, getting rid of invasives, adding natives, and non-natives that aren't invasive, that serve some function, either food for us or food for the wildlife. So I think that's it for now, gardeners. I might do some videos on the inside of this house here, because that's where we're focusing most of our time right now and our entire life savings to fixing up this house. So I might show you guys some videos about that if you're interested. Anyway, till next time, enjoy your gardening.